But now, it's one of those deals where, so Olympia, so I'm not gonna leave anything on the table. I'm gonna train arms. I actually have separated an actual arm training day, which I haven't done in a very, very long time. So now I actually am training arms on their own because, I mean, if it's a weapon in my arsenal, I might as well use it. If I can edge these guys out on arms, that's just one more point on the board for me. So I'm gonna train the hell out of these arms for the next 7 weeks, every chance I get. The 2019 Lee Labrada Classic.
Turn to the right.
Looks like a good turnout. Here in the crowd and stuff like that. I think it's 200 plus athletes. So it should be pretty exciting. It should be a really good show. There's actually some good quality athletes, especially in just the novice division starting out. So we'll see how this open division pans out here soon. For me, going into my first Olympia, it's one of those deals where I'm just expecting a good placing based off the work I've done. I mean, when you're doing this sport, you got to realize that it's not, if you think you deserve to win or who you think worked the hardest or who thinks they outworked who. You bring the best package you can to the stage, and then it's up to those judges down there as to who they feel, should place in what spot. So that's the only thing you have control over is the package that you can bring to the stage, and that's the only thing you have to be concerned with, and that's the only thing I'm concerned with here in about 7 weeks.
He won the USA Championship Super Heavyweight, got his pro card, competed in 2 pro shows, and just won the California Pro Grand Prix, IGB Grand Prix. Amazing, right? And now he is going to be competing in Mr. Olympia in 7 weeks in Super Bowl.
It's always, a great story when you're able to bounce back. So, I'm happy that I was able to come out here and do my first guest home for you guys. I'm happy to support all these amazing athletes because, trust me, they really appreciate it. People from White is somewhere. Right there. So, it's great to have a support system in the sport because it's really, really hard. So thank you guys for coming out to this amazing event, supporting Lee Labrada Nutrition. All your loved ones back here, they need you guys. And like I said, keep giving this sport as much love as you can because we need it. We do this for you guys, and we just keep striving to be better every time we come out to the stage. So I hope to see all you guys, some of you, at the Olympia in 7 weeks.
All right, what's up guys? Here we are back at Raw Gym. We're gonna trade some arms today. I know a lot of you guys who have been bouncing back and forth between the Labrada Nutrition YouTube channel and my personal YouTube channel have been asking about some arm workouts. And as we're getting to this workout, I'll do some talking and kind of let you guys know what's all going on right now with the training, the diet and stuff like that. And we'll get after these weights and blast some arms on this Friday. Let's get to work. Warm my elbows up real quick with these 2 little sets, and then I'm going to explain this principle about allowing your hand to relax to allow for higher contraction in your bicep. Because what I'm doing is, instead of pulling with a closed hand, I'm more so just letting my hands relax and pulling with my fingertips. So it's kind of opening up any tension from my forearm, and it's all going straight to the bicep. So instead of going like this and your hands are up, you actually just let it relax. And then it's just on your fingertips. And keep in mind, doing this, since you don't have the assistance of your forearm, you're gonna have to use a little bit lighter weight if you really want to get the squeeze up at the top, because that's where you're trying to aim is up here, as opposed to throughout the entire bicep. So now I've got that. I use that as a warm-up, having my hand relaxed like that. And it's good because using that lighter weight actually makes me communicate with the bicep, out the gate. So now that that's done, I got a little blood going. I'm just gonna go to my traditional hand placement with a closed fist. And this way I can actually lift heavier. So weight goes up pretty quick. That's the thing too, is training in this new style that I'm doing, the weight increments jump a little bit higher as opposed to 10, 15 pounds. I'm making 25, 30 pound jumps in between. So I'm gonna get into these triceps. So I think last time I might have done them traditional down to my side. So this time I'm doing them across my body to allow me to isolate my tricep more. Yeah, so for me, what I have noticed with doing that crossbody is you get more emphasis on the outer head of the tricep, which is good because, like I said, when you're doing those, your side tricep shot, that's the one that's showing is the outer head. So you want to try to be able to really target that as much as possible. And then, like I said, the inner, you don't want to forget about that because when you're hitting, front shots and your arms are up, you have to make sure that you have something hanging there. So the thing about triceps is I put a lot of emphasis on them versus biceps because they show through in a lot of shots. You're doing side chest, that tricep is going to be exposed. So you want to work it from every angle possible. I used to do dumbbell curls a lot. When I first started arm training, I'm even honestly not sure why I got away from doing it. But about 2 weeks ago, I wanted to switch it up a little bit, so I went back to actually using them. What's cool is I noticed a different type of pump in using a dumbbell. My bicep was actually more full. So I don't know if it's just because I haven't done it in a while or if the form is really restrictive in which I was doing it, because this is how I did it, as opposed to my normal just standing up and trying to do them that way. This is, like I said, the original way, old school way that you do them, because it makes you isolate and you can't do any swinging if you do it correctly. That's why your leg is in place, because it just acts as a staple to balance your arm. And that gives you the necessary pressure in the other way, so you're able to actually contract the dumbbell and not use anything else but your bicep. So I'm gonna try something a little bit different here. I actually just kind of thought of it on the spot, which is pretty cool. You see me do dumbbells where I do the contract one while holding the other at the same time. So what I'm gonna do on this, I'm going to use both this free motion setup with two single tricep push downs with this rope, and I'm gonna work one side while I have the other completely contracted, and then I'm gonna switch back to the other side. What I'm trying to do is attempt to keep blood in the muscle while still working the other side. So the muscle's gonna have to basically work twice as hard because it's gonna be, there's no break time. And I'm gonna go 10, 10, 10, 10. So 20 reps on each one. But it just seems like a lot more with, like I said, that holding contraction in place. notice on that set right there, that last one, instead of actually keeping it fully contracted, I actually contracted about halfway. And I think you guys will like that better. So give it a try that way. I like that a lot better than holding it completely out, because trying to hold it at half position, you know, it's still tension on the muscle all the way through. So I actually like that a lot better than the first way, in which I fully contracted the muscle, the arm out. So I tried to do there is stop at the bottom of every rep. This way, I don't get any swinging, because you'll notice you get into the heavier weight on that negative, it's gonna be inclined to swing underneath. So in effort for me to take out the momentum out of the bottom, then I just went in and stopped it completely dead. That actually made it a little bit more challenging. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. Don't just run through and swing it back and forth. Allow it to settle down at the bottom, and this way you're taking it from a dead stop. Makes it more effective for sure. So that's one thing that when I first started, you know, with this sport, it was just a different platform. I mean, being on stage was pretty similar to being in a boxing ring. So it wasn't one of those deals where I was, you know, kind of gun shy about being in, you know, in front of a lot of people and letting that actually overexcite me. So even with this being Olympia, trust me, I'm super excited to be competing at this contest. But for myself, I have to also keep in mind that it's another contest. It's just at a higher level. So that's gonna be one of those things that keeps me from being overexcited. You know, I can kind of internalize that and use it as energy, exciting energy versus being nervous and having that nervous energy to where I can't perform 100% because I'm so worried about what's going on in the atmosphere. And it actually allows me to focus on the task at hand, which is to be the best that I can on that stage here in about 7 weeks. All right, guys, that pretty much concludes it for arm training. Hope you guys really appreciated the workout. You know, I started like I always do with some isolation, lighter movements, trying to just basically communicate with the muscle before I get started into actually some heavier lifting. As you can see, the weight isn't normally what I would push because, like I said, the food's a little bit lower now, so my energy level is lower. I'm doing, you know, fasted cardio in the morning, then I have cardio at night. I do 30 in the morning before breakfast, and then after my last meal, I have 20 minutes of cardio. That's pretty much only gonna increase from here till the Olympia, as well as the food starting to go down. I'm getting carbs in only 3 of the 6 meals that I get per day, so it's definitely different. I'm having to be smart with the way that I train and actually get the most out of the limited food that I'm getting. So we knocked out, you know, some isolation movements, got some compound stuff in there with some really good angles. You know, make sure you guys give those a try. And, you know, you can leave comments, questions below. I'm constantly kind of scrolling through there. You know, I can give you guys any answers to your questions that you may have. Subscribe to the channel, of course. You can go on Patrick T. Moore on Instagram. Follow me on there. Of course, I put a lot of the workouts on there. And then you also have Labrada Nutrition. And of course, both YouTube channels, my personal YouTube channel, Patrick Moore, and Labrada Nutrition will have all the workouts and everything we have going on all the way up until the Olympia. You know, so you guys just stay tuned. Like I said, we're 7 weeks out. We're training hard. We're expecting a really good result and bring something different to the stage. So 7 weeks till showtime, and you can believe we're gonna work hard every single day until it's time to get on that stage. So until next time, we'll see you guys later.